Hello and welcome back. We are at the end of Noble Bibolski Season 1 Workers and Resources. This is episode 80 something, and we are at, what are we today? Let's see. About 90,000 population. Therefore, our lag is a little laggy, especially when we follow the helicopter. If we go away a little bit and look straight down, everything is a little better. I'm going to try to play at normal speed. Thank you all for coming in. And coming in early. I figured, as I typed there, I wanted to show you a little bit, but I didn't have a fancy overlay yet. I played with that a little bit last week. You may have joined that stream as well, but it didn't work so hot. Let me fix the sound a little bit, just make the game sound a little quieter so I don't compete with it too much. Let me know if the sound is not good. That one is what I want as the overlay. Good. So, we are on the internal beta test branch, which means we have helicopters, which means things are a little different. We have underground mode. We have a lot of things that I can show you, and we have at least 2 hours for this stream, so I hope we're going to get through a lot of things, and I hope you guys enjoy it, because honestly, this is the first stream that I ever announced before, and I'm kind of excited to see how many people actually show up. Hey Chris, actually, let's do this. I know Color Failure does this, and I kind of love it. Everyone from here on out, put a name that you want me to say hello to, and we will go through there. Maybe also say where you're from. I think that's fun. I can start. I'm in the US. I'm Biboljo, and really glad to have you all here. Okay, NT, yes, hello, and thanks for joining, for sure. Everyone, I think I've seen all of this. Tell us the password to the test. No, Pedro, I will not. Marston, hello from Poland. Nice to see you. Pedro Lewis, hello from Curitiba, Brazil? Did I say that right? I hope so. Hey, Tom from Poland. Mikhail? Also from Poland. Charles is in Canada. Cajun Comrade, nice to see you. Sean Darville from the UK. Romania, Vladimir. Chris from Newfoundland, Canada, wonderful. Vincent from France, nice to see you. Cajun Conrad from Louisiana. James Sanders from Michigan, USA. We got Alper from Turkey. We have a fire. Of course we have a fire. I didn't turn them off. We will always have a fire here. And one thing of the new internal test branch is there are a lot more notifications than we had before, so be ready for that. NTH from the Netherlands. Jack is from South Carolina. Alihan Aksoy from Turkey. The Agros from Poland. NT, I cannot read that. Christo is from Poland. Doug from Florida. Sil from Italy. We got Malta. Wow. I don't know if I know anyone from Malta, so that's cool. Awesome to have you all here. Austria is here. Wonderful. Nice to have you all. I think that's everyone for now. That may have been close to. Makifi from Germany. Yuri Klastov from Michigan. Wonderful. Looks like I see a lot of familiar names and a few new ones, so that is awesome. Anders from Norway. That makes sense. Thanks for supporting the channel, guys. Really appreciate it. Okay, what do I want to do today? I don't have a real big plan, so it's more up if there are things that you guys want to see, that is totally fine, and we can do that. If there are other things, we can go that route too, but I mean, there's one small thing that I haven't finished for this game, and today we're probably not going to play with hard mode rules. We're just going to play I have money and let's use it. That's really all. How do you feel about me just going through a couple of the things that the new update brings with it and what that does? And maybe one of the things I can talk about right away. There is an update to the FPS. Peter actually did wonders, and I did gain about 4 or 5 FPS for playing, so it's almost okay unless we go to Zone 4 city, which is the largest city on the map and currently in my republic. What do we have here? Close to 40,000 population. I think that's pretty good. Can we see what the actual range of that one is? Oh, that's everything. Perfect. And I've been moving people around. Build only using helis. I'll get to that. It is not as simple as you think it would be. Oh, traffic jam. Look at all these new notifications that we get, and they say, hey, this guy's stuck here because nobody's moving. New notifications. Pretty sweet. Let's see, what else do we have here? There is delete all messages now, and I did ask Peter to put in this delete notification confirmation in there, otherwise it will just go away and that would be boring. But we have a lot of new stuff in here. Ambulance has not arrived. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in a new update, let me tell you, and it's relatively stable. I do still have crashes every once in a while, and I think this was supposed to be fixed, but I guess it's not on my map, and that is all fine. Let me get back to you. Go for it. Yeah, I will. Do you have a helicopter construction office in this version? Yes, I do, and I will show you later. Build only, yeah, we got that. Well, notifications are cool. They are very cool, and they are also specific to other things. For example, notify me when production will stop. A lot of factories, maybe all factories, have this now, where you can just set this, and it will tell you if something is not doing something. That's probably pretty important when you're on a heating plant, especially in the beginnings. So, that's one of the cool updates. New notifications, awesome. Been so frustrating. Yes, but let me tell you, on this map, let's just do this, because I'm not that worried about. There are 10 pages of notifications here, and I just say, meh, I'm good. I don't want to read them all. This means if something burns down, you don't have it anymore. So keep that in mind, which is one of the other fixes. If something burns down, it's now a blueprint, and you can rebuild it. So you don't have to try to fit it in the places anymore. I haven't actually tried that out yet, but that seems pretty cool. Curving bridges, yes, they are here. What do I want to start with? Underground mode, everything is really cool. Let me ask you real quick, is there something you want to really see right away? I'll give you a second for that. Otherwise, I'll just start with the one thing I had planned today, and it's not going to take us super long, so we should have time. Nuclear power plant operation. Let me check if I actually really finished that. So it's on. I did have people working here at some point. Do we still have people here? Apparently I lost some people. Okay. What is the real problem? There should be a bus heading this way. Are you going this way? Oh, line spacing. Look at this. Line spacing is disabled. Line spacing is enabled. And now they will slow down and will only slow down per line and not for everything. Isn't that awesome? I'm excited about it. I'm sure a lot of people are too. Let's find the buses that are actually going here. You have a couple people working there. I may invite a few workers so we can actually see all of this in action. I could just move them, but that's too complicated. 1.6 million ruble per person, and you don't even see it do anything to my money, so that's pretty neat. Underground mode, or helicopters, yes, and yes, underground. Okay, I see a lot of undergrounds. Am I missing anyone? Let's something burn to test. Yes, let's do that actually. Let's just place a building, something that's relatively cheap. Nobody will miss the kids, will they? Put that one here. I'll get to the underground mode in just a sec. Get that one built. Yeah, well, we're gonna play with auto build unless it's pertinent for other things that we want to do. So there we are. I may have to have a road connection, otherwise it won't let me build it. Underground power? I'm sorry. That's my dog. Someone was at the door and I'm the only one here today, so I'm gonna wrangle my dogs, I hope. The little one is still barking, but the big one is down here and he's the loud one. Sorry. Unplanned. Someone's probably at the door, but that's okay. I wonder if underground power will be something. As far as I know, underground power is not a thing. So... Yeah, that's that. Doggies, stop it. Okay. We are trying to burn down the building, so we need the cheat mode active. Let me do the thing. It's not playing along. There we go. CHE, if you care. Pretty sorry about my dogs. Someone's at the door, but I don't want to get it, so they're gonna have to be quiet. What do we have here? Cheat mode. Click on the building. Come here. I hope this is done now. And then we can just interact with an object and just say start a fire. Sorry, kids. And for now, I think there's a... Where's the... Oh, the firehouse is right here. We don't want you. Go away. Click, 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 click. Hopefully that means it's gonna burn down because nobody's here. Oh, you already turned it off. Okay, try that again. Start a fire. Now nobody's working here, right? Technically. Okay, I gotta wait for a second at least. Let's see what's happening here. I would like to see tight rail turns, but realistic, so trains should have to slow down for it. In this game, trains right now will not slow down for anything, so I hope you didn't mean that. Underground power as a socialist republic is not realistic, I guess. Yeah, I think that's fair. 3. Now let's start a fire. 2, 1. So nobody's here. Where is he going? Go and get gas, I guess? Why are you... This one. Start a fire. Just burn down. Stop fighting me on this. I just want to burn a building down, and then I want to see what the construction office will do. Yeah, I could do the road. You're right, NT. But I hope this will work. So that will burn down now. And we'll see what happens. While that is burning down, a nice little fire. Hope there are not too many kids inside. We can look at the new mode. We have now wireframes up here. You already knew this. One of the new things is topography, which is just a little better visual of where mountains are and all that other stuff. It's nice. I don't know if I'm going to use it much, but it's cool. And then we have the underground mode. As it is right now, it's fine. It's more like a static overlay, a square in front of you, but you can actually use it, and that's the important bit, right? For example, pipeline for heat. Let's use the actual heating pipelines. Heating pipe for underground, big. That's a 300 one. You just place it wherever you want. And then I turned the auto build off. And then if you go to the not underground mode, you have these little connection boxes, is what I call them, when you start. But when you then, thanks autosave. When you then move them again, those little boxes go away if you connect them correctly. And this is the snapping. Nice, right next to it, snapping, and that works for pipes and for roads. We crashed! I'm not surprised. This is why it's a beta, and this is why it's not publicly available at this point. I'll be back, don't worry. Just starting the game, and then I can load it, hopefully within a few minutes. We did just have an autosave, so that will help. Snapping is really nice, really, really nice, and you will hopefully enjoy the pretty season that's coming next week. I did record a little bit already. EE 50 FPS plus 1. Electrical engineer. I'm not sure I'm following. Yeah, there's a fire, Pedro. Snapping, yes. Did you say before that you can't do underground works if you already have buildings in place? Yes, you cannot build... You have to build the underground before you can do anything, and I will show you why. I actually really like the explanation for that. I was surprised by that because in planning mode, you can also not build on top of underground structures. Anything. Yes, regular roads also do that thing. I'm hoping it doesn't have anything to do with the fire over there. But let's slow this down. Maybe that will help the game a little bit. Go back to what we were doing. So here, the pipe is here, and obviously we are in planning mode, which is a little hard to see, but if you plan in the beginning, it's all good. It almost looks like a fence building, but it's okay. So we connect this one again, and now I'll show you what it does when you actually build it. So when I tell it to do the thing, it builds these little mounts. It's like actually doing stuff underground, so you can't have anything above this. Which means right now, I cannot build a road or anything else. No other structure can go above this. But once this finishes, which, well, let it finish, and I'll read what else is here. Hey dude, was looking forward to your stream, but I gotta cook unexpectedly. Sorry, have fun. That's alright, Einar. Maybe run it on your phone. It'll be cool. So now the underground pipe is done, and now you can build on top of it. I didn't realize that at first, but this is how it works. So I think that's pretty cool. These little connection boxes are still there, but they go away when you connect something else. So if I go in here again and connect them from there to here, build it. When it's done, this box should go away. So you don't have any underground thingies. Did I not assign this? Oh, I paused it. That makes sense. When it's done, it goes away. So the underground stuff you just have to plan out in the beginning. You can do it afterwards, but if you have to remove more than just a road, it's a little pain. It's not just the road, it's everything. The only exception, you can actually go under bridges. So if you build a lot of bridges, you can actually add your piping there, and that kind of works. Okay, building, there we go. Building was destroyed. I haven't actually tested this. There it is. It's just like a normal building, and now it's a new construction, and you can actually assign it. So, pretty cool, huh? I didn't do anything there. Didn't actually try that out yet, so I'm glad it actually worked. But that is pretty awesome. Are we now finally having people here? There are people here. No, there are not. What? No, there are. This cooling tower right here is connected. What are you talking about? Cooling tower to building. Building to cool. What? That is not true. I do believe. There's no nuclear fuel here. There's no nuclear fuel here. Instead of just waiting until that is right, I will just purchase a little bit of very expensive nuclear fuel, and then we should be fine. Yeah, look, those are definitely connected. There's a little smoke coming out because we don't need a lot of power right now. Yeah, I don't understand this message right now. It should just be working. Pretty sure I've connected all the right ones, but that's okay. Bloody, have they implemented pedestrian underpass as well? Ooh. In the current version, I'm not sure if that's gonna stay, and I don't have all the answers, but these are the footpaths. I'm gonna turn off my listening to the music because that's really loud, and I probably scream in the microphone a little more than I have to. But this is the current implementation of it. A normal footpath does not cross rail anymore. I'm not sure if that is good or bad, but you have these guys now. Pedestrian overpass, concrete. Let's scroll in a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. You can put it there, and then there's the normal auto connection, and then you can just connect your normal stuff here. And you don't necessarily need them. You can also use the pedestrian bridge to just connect to the ground. So honestly, it's pretty nice, and I think this will add a lot of other cool things. And then if you want the pedestrian underpass, exactly the same thing, it's just underground. It looks like the tunnel is not connecting right away or automatically, but you can just do this. You don't have to be in underground mode to see it, but you can be. There's a tunnel, everything is built. Life is good. And you can actually switch, you can obviously connect or control underground and above ground all at the same time. They all kind of highlight. And that makes your life, I think, makes your life a lot easier. There is a request out for making this a hotkey, so you don't have to click this little checkbox up here all the time, but I think it's fine. Here's that bridge, everything is connected. Normal footpath, you go in there. Everything else is really the same, but you have now footpath crossings. Let's build this so you can actually see how it looks. And there is indeed, or there is one other crossing with steel. Looks a little different, does exactly the same thing. And I think that's pretty cool. Can those things melt? To reassign people again to the fire station. Yeah, that's probably a good plan. Let's do that. You all go back here. Good job. You, I would like to assign... Okay, that didn't change this. That's fine. All of those, just do your thing. And while we're there, let's check one of the other cool additions that we have. Deliver mechanisms only with trucks. Click. At this point, and I guess here too. Let's see. The first one's already leaving, but let's see if we can have him go away. I would like you to stop and start again. And then we assign you, and this should mean none of those vehicles should ever drive on the road again. I'm hoping. Let's see if that actually happens. I have found that these big NATO excavators may be too big for any of the flatbeds that you can buy in the game. But let's make sure that that is actually a problem. These are not the biggest. They can load 18 tons, but they're size-wise not the biggest. And I guess while I'm here, I can also just show you the biggest new addition on vehicles. Open hole! Oh, sort by. It's amazing. I'll go read all of that here in a second, but sort by. Here's the new guy. 32 tons with a little trailer. Beautiful. I want that guy. And what I want to see is that, yeah, he's loading up the NATO excavator. And now these will no longer go on the road just by checking that little checkbox. Awesome. But you have to make sure that you can actually carry all the vehicles, which I think the NATO excavator and the bulldozer are just too big for all other current in-game flatbeds. I may be wrong. What else is going on here? If you can build with helis and put fires out with helis, cableways should be hugely improved. What do you mean improved? You mean they're better to use, Sean? What else am I missing here? Have they implemented pedestrian? Yes. Steam? No Steam yet. Remember to reassign people again to the fire station. Yes, got that. Can those things melt down? So what I heard is that if a nuclear power plant burns down... thanks, lag. If a nuclear power plant burns down, it leaves radioactive waste just around it, but I haven't actually tested if that is just the waste that's already in the building, if that is what's causing it for 1 kilometer diameter, or if there's a different source for that problem, but that's okay. What are those? Ruble and dollar signs for the underground view. Oh, this is just the normal... Oh, badge auto construction. Interesting. Honestly, I don't know what that is. Let's do this, this. This is the road snapping. That part is nice, but if you want to put out like a nice connection, it's a little more finicky than it was before. Like now you have to have these intersections pretty far away. But I think it's okay. I can live with that. You cannot do... I guess this is fine, but you cannot do like a railroad one where it's more angled, a little nicer. But let's see. If I click this, yeah, it's still all built. I'm not sure what this button does. Oh, you can... Oh, nice. Oh, ooh, ah, I'm excited now. Sorry all my noises there, but... okay. Yeah, this is fine. And now I'm saying, nah, I changed my mind. Let's just build this anyways. Does that work? It does work! Look at that! This is awesome! Thanks for pointing those out. I didn't even see them. So that is great. Line spacing. Yeah, I showed that. Line spacing is just... let's grab this one. You go to the line, and then there's a line spacing button here. These numbers have to be filled in, the line length and the space length. It's just mapped out to be the line length divided by all your vehicles. But your vehicles actually have to drive the full length of the path once before line spacing is actually selected. But it will actually tell you that it's not ready yet if it isn't. That's pretty cool. On a pedestrian path. Where am I? I'm trying to find the right part of the chat that I haven't read yet. This is awesome, though. I love that there's too much to read. So this is great. Ruble Dollar. Thanks, JR, for pointing that out. Vincent, pedestrian paths. Yes, Alper, can you show line spacing? Just did. The mass flatbed, I think, can fit more vehicles than Roman trucks. Very possible. And I actually just saw something on Reddit today. Someone pointed out what mechanisms can be carried by what trucks. I thought that was nice. Road snapping. Yes. And obviously that is true for everything. It was always true for rail, but now you can do actual interstate and highways. Like this. So you don't have to worry about that anymore. And then if you want to start from out here, same thing. All the other controls are still the same. Nothing changed there. You just have to finagle a little bit with the road until you get the angle that you want. Because vehicles actually slow down at hard turns, so it matters a little more there than for trains, but I think that's fine. Road snapping. EE 50 FPS. Let's see how it works. Which one? Which one? I'm not sure which one you're referring to. One is on the center of Zone 4 City. You have a roundabout. How do you make a roundabout? Oh, a roundabout, if you watch that episode, is pretty straightforward. All I start with is a little straight piece. Anywhere, actually it has to be asphalt, because you cannot make one-ways on anything but asphalt. Make a little small piece that's straight, and then just make a circle that you like. Doesn't have to be perfect, but make a circle that you like. Once you like it, remove that straight piece that you added, and now you can add the other round half to the other side. And you can obviously make this as big or as small as you want. It's really up to you. And then once you have it built, you say, hey, this is good, built that. They build it, and then you just take the one-way tool and turn everything into a one-way. And, oh, come on. Yeah, let's make a UK roundabout. Yeah, there you go. And then you have a roundabout, and all you have to do now is just connect the other piece of road, and there usually are enough nodes to connect to. And this is just the roundabout. You can make this a little fancier with the entrance and the exit being a little more, let's call it aerodynamic, so vehicles don't have to slow down, but you really don't have to. Vladi, cooling tower must have both one in and one out steam connection to the nuclear power plant. Yes, but I'm pretty sure I've done that. So I'm not sure what it's complaining about. But let's see. Pipes. We'll just cancel all of these because I'm pretty sure I connected them right. In, out, and then I would say this is the out from the nuclear plant and this is the in. Maybe it's just a thing of recalculating. Yep, so that one connects to that one. I think that's pretty straightforward. You can also snap here if you want to. See that? See that? See that? How nice that snaps together? I see it. And then you connect this guy. And I feel like this one should not connect, or should not complain, but it's complaining. No connection from cooling tower to building, not true. No connection from building to cooling tower, not true. Not all cooling towers are connected. Well, there are two that I can't connect, so maybe this is your problem. Let's just remove this connection, and then do you stop complaining? Yeah. Oh, okay, so this building was connected to the next tower, but it didn't like that. Alright, just simple pathfinding thing. Do you think there will be some kind of grid snapping for buildings at some point? It was requested a lot. I don't see why they wouldn't do it. I just don't know how necessary it is to play the game, so it may be just a lower priority item, but I am not part of the developer team, so I don't know what they do and how they prioritize it. But I'm sure, actually, I think it was on the Trello map for future plans, so it's probably going to happen. So yeah, all of this, pretty cool. I showed you the buildings over here. Oh, one of the updates, if you read the reports, pretty obvious, there's fuel now in almost every building that houses or that has vehicles. That is not the technical service. I actually saw that today. Someone asked for that. But most other buildings have this now, and it's pretty neat. Other things that you may be curious about. Let's click over here under airplane. There are these little heliport cargo platform and heliport regular platform. Some buildings, and it's maybe hard to see, some buildings have now these little green dots around them. That means you can connect the heliport to them when you click on a heliport. And there are two different ones. There's a cargo platform that cannot connect to this, but then there's a regular platform and a triple platform that can all connect. It's just like the airports, that you can connect them from here. Pretty straightforward. So you place that, you get your road connection in if you want to. This is not required, but if you want to build it, you need it. And now this hospital has a heliport. Pretty straightforward, and you can just buy the helicopters right here, I think. I hope. But as far as I know right now, the range is the same as the hospital, which is a little weird because it's also true for... let's get a couple of the small ones. See? Little heliport. Heliport helicopters. Oh, he's going somewhere. Where? I want to see where he's going because I don't actually know how they do things. Let's put that over here. Are you landing on top of the building? Apparently you fit right in front of the building. That's a hell of a job for a pilot to land right there. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, you have helicopters now. I am not convinced that the implementation that's currently here is final, because I read that helicopters will only go somewhere if the vehicles cannot get there, which in this case I'm pretty sure the vehicles could get to those buildings pretty easily. But it's, hey, helicopters are here, they just have to be a little tweaked now and then. It'll be great. Let's stop that. What else is going on here? Any new terrestrial vehicle? Just a few. By terrestrial I mean earthly vehicle, right? Am I reading that right? The only one that I know of right now is this new flatbed that can carry up to 32 tons of steel, but may... To me it looks more like a transporter that can transport any vehicle in the game. I think that's nice. There's a chance that there are more vehicles, but in the end, I don't worry about that too much. I was more worried about the sorting that you can now do, just for every vehicle, whatever you click on. And then this. You can actually favorite them. And then when you go to the default sorting, all the favorited items, and I probably undid a couple of them. Once I favorite it, they'll always show up in the front. And if I go back to show all, they're now here and you can unfavorite them, and that's nice. The thing that I love, if you go to mods, something that I use a lot. For example, where is it? Conveyor pipe engine. First, all of them got the same, like, outside border. Cool. I'm not too worried about that. But all of them have these little stars now. You can click on them. That favorites them here. But, more importantly, if I now go to my regular pipe connections, conveyor engine transfer, there's also a star here. If you click on that star, you can actually get the highlighted, or the starred mods that you are using, so you don't have to go search for your mods all the time. This is awesome. I crashed again? Oh. Sorry. Again, this is why it's not on public beta yet, because it's not stable. It is fine, but this is an existing game and it has to do a lot of things, and I'm sure there's something funky with the notifications that are happening, and there's a lot of calculations going on, so this is why you don't see it everywhere. But I figured I can show you anyways, because loading really doesn't take that long, and I hopefully be able to talk through it. What else do we got going on here? Where do you buy helicopters? You can buy them on different helipads that are added. And you can buy them on the original airplane hangars that you already have in your airports, or should have for your airports. I think we'll get military production eventually. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's on the roadmap. They have something about it, military industry, I think. I'm not really sure what direction they want to take, simply because they've been fighting adding actual war and military to the game. So I'm not sure what's going on. Oh, collision for a train. Cool. I'm not going to fix it right now. That's not the point of this. So yeah, I think so. Vincent, can you produce helicopters on factories? Let's check, but I'm pretty sure... I'm assuming that's a thing. I have two Concords, two Russian Concords. Tu-144 is what I learned are actual things. I copied it from the French and British, but didn't do so hot. Maybe... I would assume helicopters will be built here, but... Oh, purchase license. Yeah, obviously, yeah. Helicopters, right there. This is the really big one. And these are all passenger and cargo transport, so they're nice. What else is up over here? How do you produce and transport heli? Well, you probably don't transport them, you just have to send them to a heliport after they are produced in the factory, is my guess. Actually I can... Well, this one has to go, which means this one has to... actually get sold. Go there. Yeah, get out of here. Not true. How about this one? Don't know what's up. Oh, nobody's in the power. So I can't do anything right now. I can sell it from there, but that's boring. Sorry, people, Joe, gotta go. Well, good to see you, Sean. Yeah, I hope you will watch the rest tomorrow. That'll be fine. Makifi, that's how you do mod support right. This is super cool favorite system. Yeah, it works. I think the button is a little... It's not in the best place because I find myself clicking it a lot when I actually want to build the upper building. So there's that. And I'm sure this means that all the categories for the modders have to be set up correctly. Crashed again. What are we doing? I'm not actually doing anything too fancy. But that's okay. It gives me the time to read this. Hamad, how can we improve bus spacing timings? I don't think we have anymore. The bus spacing is implemented and it's per line. And the line will just figure out how long it is divided by all the vehicles on the line, and that's the spacing that they're going to use. I don't know that there's anything else we have to improve. Cajun, I'd like to see a cloverleaf interchange with curved bridges. Interesting. I will try to make that. Yeah. By the way, is the version you play a preview build or is this on the test branch? It's the internal test. So crashes are expected because that's the thing. Peter is very clear about before you start playing this, make sure you save your old save. Otherwise, you may corrupt something. So keep that in mind. Reagenter? Do you think highways, multi-lane roads, and 5 or 10 kilometer travel distance make personal cars more viable? Kind of. Someone just posted that in the Steam forum. It may have been you. The problem is when I asked for more distance, I was told that adding that to the cars will majorly hurt performance. And I don't think that's worth it. We're pretty laggy right now. Let me turn off seasons. That sometimes helps a little bit. I'm not sure why it's so funky right now. it's having a really hard time to figure out what it wants to do. And that's going to make it really hard to build something. Game settings. Build fires, events, pollution, education, day, night. Seasons. Yeah, it's not even taking my clicks right now. Ooh, poor game. Poor game, come on. Yes, I want that. Turn off the different colors, because in the original game, every time it became winter or was close to winter, everything bogged down really hard. So I'm wondering if that does something to the game right now too. I don't know how far the beta branch is from releasing to public beta. It's ready when it's ready. Map is too much for a beta version. Yeah, I mean, I could go to a fresh map and show you things there. I promise the FPS is a lot better there. Would you guys want me to do that? Actually for the road trip and the rail trip, I killed off most of the population to be able to actually run through it without having too much lag, but I don't know it was perfect either. So there's the thing. Vladimir, put the game on pause when talking. Maybe we'll stop crashing. Yeah. Yeah, I can try that. How do you connect multiple silos for increasing capacity? You don't directly. You can connect a rail cargo station, which has a lot more connections than regular connections. Yeah, we may go to a new map. It's not really worth it. But I do this. Granted, this is a modded cargo station for trains. But you can just connect all of them, and then you have one road connection where you can just have your distribution offices drop off if you want to. In this case, I have a little shunter train that does it. And this means you now have 6 silos times 800 capacity at this cargo station. And that's not bad. FPS, you are at 5. Let's try one thing. One of the things that they added was new game saving and exit, and you can now load a game from in your game. So let's start at where the helicopters were working. Maybe that's helping a little bit. We'll see what happens. Caligula, you can't say that, but yes, you're right. New map. Yeah, I see you. I got up to 36 population on hard settings, and then try adding new industry and collapses my economy. Sucks. Yeah, that is a thing that sometimes happen. Alper, Weathers, is it in beta? Yes, it is. I don't think it exists on the old maps, but any new map. Understood, unwatchable. I'm fixing it. I'll try this. If this doesn't work, I will just make a new map and we'll play from there. That's fine. But yes, weather exists, which means there's no rain. The inputs exist in save games where you have sun, rain, wind. All that is there. But I haven't seen rain on my map. Maybe that's what it's trying to do. Maybe it was trying to actually rain and it can't because reasons. So let's see. FPS, are we playable? 9, 10, 11, 12. No, we're not playable. We are not playable at all. Let's go. Let me click the button. Quit the menu. Yes, please. That'll be a lot better, and it should crash a lot less. I only read this morning that... Actually, let's go to a nice map. Yes, this one. Play it with unlimited money. Everything else can be on. All vehicles. Day night disabled. Should be good. So what I read was only in a report that mud roads will be even slower if you have it rain. That's all I saw. Oh, look at this. 60 frames per second. Things are actually working. Wonderful. So yeah, and we have a couple citizens here that run around. Let's go here. So yeah, it will honestly, well, this is a modded map. I don't know if we get rain on here. You will see this map very soon. Put it that way. I'd rather go to a random generated one, not Cardonia. Random map, because I want to show you the rain and all that other stuff too. All of this is good. That is fine. Build cities, don't need roads. Amount of towns is fine. So, yeah. What else do we have there? Yay, new map. Chris Bartlett, weather impact mud roads. Yes. I haven't tested, but that's what I read. Hellos, I want... you want what? Hamad, is it possible to get and sustain 100% of production efficiency for different industries like refinery? No. You cannot get 100%... Well, the production bar that you see is not necessarily the number of workers in the factory. I think you get close to 100% if you have 80% of workers working in the factory. I haven't tested it, but there's a ratio there. So you can have your factory outputting 100% of product or of whatever it says it can produce with less than 100% of workers. But to keep that number that high is really hard because the workers aren't trying to get to that place until they get off the last transportation unit that they're driving on, which can be a bus or whatever else. But when they leave that last station, that's when they go look for where they can go. But before they even get on the bus, they have to make sure that the end station is an empty spot. So as long as someone is working, nobody's going to go to the factory. And only when someone stops working, that slot opens up and someone will go there. During that time, you will not have anyone filling that spot until the next person gets there. So there's always that little overlap where you can't have 100% of workers in a factory. So kind of 100%, but no, you can aim for close to 100% though, and use cableways for that. Definitely recommend that. What else do we have? Akifi. All of these nice old villages and towns, and suddenly communism and prefabs. You can leave the cities how they are, but I want to show you the weather. And I know on that one there was no weather, but we should see weather here pretty soon. And up here, you can see what's happening. Right now, chance of sun is 100%, but that's probably going to change pretty soon. So we'll see how what goes on with that. Hamad, can we use helicopters for firefighting? And how can I get churches or places of spirituality? You can use helicopters for firefighting, yes. They're not gonna like this, but let's just go in here. Equipment for citizens. Fire station. Put you right at the end of this. Oh, come on, pathfinding, you can do this. That's getting built. While that is getting built, and I showed this earlier for the hospital, you just pick whatever heliport you want, and the fire station and the hospital will have these little green dots around it, and you just have to place it so that it lights up green, like there. Build it here, and now this fire station has a heliport. You can add as many heliports as you want, but right now the fire station can only hold 4 vehicles. That includes helicopters. And do this, now you have the biggest helicopter in the game. The only thing that they need, and if you hover over this, you can see that there are these blue dots now. They need a water source to pick up water from, otherwise they cannot use helicopters to do anything. Currently, the firefighters' helicopters range is exactly the same as the buildings. I'm not sure that that is going to stay that way because there's some complaining about it. But here we are. The other thing is, right now, if you only have helicopters, you're not going to get any workers in. So add a couple vehicles and you can add some workers. Again, this is beta. Don't worry about it too much. It's just a thing, work in progress. Asta, Ukrainich, what industries are the most efficient for income? Any that you set up? I know it sounds like a stupid answer, but go to your current prices on the global market and figure out what you want to do. There are a lot of things that you can make. Food is good, fuel is good, bitumen is good, oil is good, alcohol is good. Anything that's in here. Once you set it up and have it running, you essentially produce it for free. So all of it is making profit. It's just a matter of how much profit can you do over time. And if you want to make a ton of profit, go to UF6 or uranium, what is it, nuclear fuel right away. They're pretty high at small volumes. So just any industry. In the end, money doesn't really matter. You can't get spirituality with only with mods. Churches were forbidden during communism, that is why you can't place them by default. Yeah. Guys, it'd be cool if wind impacted planes and helis. It would be cool, but for right now, the only thing it's importing, and I love this feature, the new power plants that we have. There is the gas power plant, which right now uses crude oil, which is cool. But then there's a solar power plant, which is impacted by how cloudy it is. And you have these little small wind power plants, which are impacted by the wind. They input and output just different amounts depending on what's going on. And I think that's pretty cool. You're building, you are building. They did overhaul the construction stages a little bit. I thought that was nice. I don't know that I didn't like it the way it was before, so that is cool. Is it possible to build these new town buildings? They did talk about it, but I haven't seen them in here yet. So eventually, maybe. Mikolai, I have a question whether it's known whether the creators intended to move towards astronomy in the future. I don't know. I didn't see it on the roadmap. Can't talk to that. Fire stations, helicopters. Cool. Yay! Andre, you can check some mods for old towns. Yeah, but then they're not the exact same that the game uses already, and... it would be nice if the vanilla game had these buildings. According to communist reports, they are going to add solar panels with turbines. Yeah, maybe. Thanks, Dane! Much appreciated. Just found your channel the other day. Your tutorials have helped me so much in getting my Cosmonaut mode up and running. Vielen Dank! Du bist sehr willkommen. Ja. Muss ich jetzt auf Deutsch reden? Hoffentlich nicht, dann kann mich wahrscheinlich keiner mehr verstehen. Und ganz ehrlich, Deutsch sprechen für mich, ich brauche 2 Wochen wieder in Deutschland, bevor ich wieder weiß, was ich sagen will. Also, many thanks. Let's see, what else do I have in there? According to Communist Report, clothes are very well paid at the border. Yes. Charles, I tried doing this and making small self-sustained villages all over. Yeah, they kind of work, but you need the infrastructure to work correctly, and I want to try that, but it's not... Now with line spacing, it might actually work. Before, without line spacing, it was too hard because people would just never get picked up when they needed to, and that was bad. Shipping clothes and stuff, yeah. Caligula, the wind turbines turns! Yes, it does, and it turns faster depending how much wind we have. Right now, we have 8 meters per second. I don't know what the max is, but it will actually put it out, and it will also only turn if we need power. If power is saturated, you don't need it. The wind turbines, yes. Check R. Hey, about the giveaway, I think you have messages blocked. What do you mean by that, Jack R? I'm not trying to have messages blocked. Something going on over here. I see a couple people following me on the Twitter. That is great. For the giveaway, it will be free for all. You have to be following me on Twitter more so that once you give me the answer to the question that I will ask, I need to be able to contact you afterwards, and the YouTube chat does not allow me to contact you. So I wouldn't have any way to give you the Steam key. So therefore, I'm just asking that you follow me on Twitter. You don't have to follow me the whole time, but for the giveaway, for the Gewinnspiel, I just need you to. And then it's just a question from Season 1. So if you watched part or most of it, you will definitely know the answer. It will be... I won't need the right answer, I don't need a close answer, otherwise it's unfair for everyone else, I don't want to interpret it, but we'll get to that when we get closer there. Ready Forever, have you already shown the new modular train stations? I have not seen new modular train stations. I saw them in one of the pictures, but I don't believe they are a thing yet. And I also haven't shown this. You now have bridges that are non-electric and electrified, so keep that in mind when you build stuff. But, well, the first piece is straight, and then you have a curved bridge. I would like to say there's more to this, but there really isn't. They're really easy to place, it's really nice to have them, but there's not much more. And, Mr. Cajun, I did not forget about you. I will make the cloverleaf, and we'll try to make it with the bridges once I get there. And I will get there. I know it's just by the way, but they just work. There's nothing to talk about. They're awesome, and they're gonna be there, and they're really easy to use, and that is really all I care about. Let's pause this so we don't lose all our people. It's going to be interesting to power your republic only by solar and wind power. Yes, it would be interesting, but I did some mapping, and I'm not saying that these are illogical, but your coal power plant does 1400 megawatt hours of power. You're supposed to divide that by 60 and you get about 24 megawatts, and that's fine. If you look at all the others, the solar power plant does the most of the renewables, and it only does 560, which is less than 10 megawatts. Both of the wind ones, the highest is 35, which is less than it's about 0.5 megawatts, which means you need a lot of these to even get like the high voltage wires running. And then they only produce when there's wind. So there's a lot of stuff that goes in here, but I think these will be awesome for remote places like farms and farm gas stations and all that stuff. They don't need power all the time. And at some point they will have power because wind will return. That'll be awesome. The train station's gonna be interesting power, yes. There is so many glitches when building stuff. A true cosmonaut mode is hard to do. Not sure I follow. I don't think there are any problems currently in building anything that are... If you know about them, you can work around them. Should you have to work around a game mechanic? Probably not, but it's doable, I think. Charles. Oh, with bush planes you can ship supplies now. Yes, you can, and the helicopters will let you build it. I know I've been teasing helicopters, may as well show you the construction office. Construction office is down here. You start out with 2 heliports and you have a fuel pipe in. But you don't have to stick to 2. You can add more heliports, like the other buildings before. You just... maybe not on that side. Maybe not on this side. Maybe I should start the game so it actually knows what's going on. Looks like this side is just for the pipe, and that's fine. And this side doesn't want me to add it either. But I know I can add it here. So let's do this. Put one there. And one there. So now this construction office has 2 plus 3 plus 3, so we have 8 helicopters. Or spaces for 8. Yeah, this is why I don't like the populated maps. Sometimes the pathing gets really funky and finicky if you want to connect anything, because there are already so many paths with so many small buildings. Not a fan. But this is the start. Let's see, what else do we have here? Wait, you're actually German? I did not notice whatsoever. Yeah, I am German. I try to hide I don't try to hide my accent, but when I don't talk a lot, you can't hear it. But on this channel, I actually talk a lot, so it's pretty easy to hear. Turn on the debug menu, then activate terrain editor. Go to the CIV in the build tab, and the new village hall should be there. Yeah, but that's... is that what they were talking about? If it is... it's not what I expected to see. I don't want to... Preferably, I don't never want to turn on the cheat menu when I play. That's all. Mate, today I saw your guide for starting cosmonaut mode. I'm immediately starting my own. Yes, it's the best way to play. It's the most fun way to play. But understand, it is created, or it's designed to slow your early game down immensely. And that's what it does. So at some point, usually after 10 hours, there's a lot of waiting at that point. And then you just got to figure out how you want to proceed. But it's super fun to play that way, absolutely. Would highly recommend it to anyone. Get some drink here. Be nice to give priority green power and have coal oil as backup. Yes. You actually remind me of something. This is something I'm really excited about. A little bad that I'm not on my Season 1 save right now, but over here, building properties, if you turn on your wattage, this already all exists, and everything that's green is within reach or within range of this guy, if you didn't know that. Everything that's white doesn't have power right now. So that's a good improvement. The other thing that I like, let's go to a border somewhere. No. 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 I just want to have a power connection. There's one. Let's see. I need... none of these. The overlays actually tell you how much power is flowing through your power lines now, and if they're overloaded or not. Let's take the smallest one so we can actually overload it. Get you out here. Get a substation going. Click, click, click. Connect that one. Oh, and I want to try something. Don't auto-build all of this. I think it's already too late. That's okay. Do that, and then get a couple residential buildings in here. Just a few. Okay, build all of that. And then when I'm ready for this, I'm going to say, yep, build that. I love this button. This button is awesome. I'm so excited about it. You have no idea. I'm so glad one of you pointed it out. Was it Jack? Jack, did you point that out? Importing 100%. Right now we don't use anything, but it did it a little bit right at the beginning, but what do I need? These change colors. You can see that these are green now. That means we're not using a lot of the power that they can supply. But if I add, let's try this, like add 3 or so of these, maybe we can overload this. Now let's turn on the cheat menu. Oh, come on, game. I don't know if it's the game that's complaining or if it's my keyboard. There we go. There's a mode here that will help us get things done a little faster. Speed up production. Oh, I haven't actually built them yet. Oopsies. Nice. Look at that. Still not enough. But we're using this much megawatts, and the lines, maybe we can do it here. I just want to show you because this will be great for actually having an efficient republic. Build those. Build it. Nobody's using much. Oh, there they go. They go from green to yellow to orange to red. Red means they're overloaded, you gotta do something, otherwise they're still usable the way they are. I think this overlay is amazing! Because up until now, all you could do is go in here and see how many megawatts are in this building, then go to the next building, and next building, and next building, and figure out all the nodes, but this is awesome. Okay, I showed you that. I'll get back to the chat who actually cares about stuff here. Do you have an approximately idea of the release date of the new updates? A question of weeks or months? I have no idea. I am just a tester. I just do videos. Peter allowed me to partake in the internal testing, and that's all I have. It will be ready when it's ready. You saw how often my Season 1 game crashed there in a row, and at the end the FPS was really weird, so I would say it's a good thing that it's not released yet. But I'm sure once they feel comfortable with all the bugs and everything that's going on, they will release it. That's all I have. Moin Nacht. Good to see you. Are you from Northern Germany? That's where I'm from. Vladimir, how many ex-communist countries have you visited? Really not a lot. When I played basketball, I went to Czech Republic, to Slovakia, and the rest was just Western Europe, I think. So really not a lot. And it was usually in gyms, so it wasn't that cool. Charles, they should make a space program in this, speaking of cosmonaut mode. I think I saw something on the roadmap. Not sure how realistic it is to implement, but it would be cool, absolutely. I'd like to show you something cool to look at while I talk. So let's throw together some construction industry here. First, because it's free, let's throw in a store somewhere in range. Yeah, pathing is just not happy. That store should be good. Let's get a little more power. Put one there, put one here. Cities really don't use a lot of power, if you didn't know that. Oh my, this is awesome. I love this button. I clicked that button. Let me do the thing. Don't crash now. Love it. And now if we refresh this. Oh, now they actually all get. Oh, I didn't know it does this. It's actually real time. It will tell you when they're getting power and when they're not. This is awesome. Love it. But now everything has power and they have this, so we can actually build some construction industry, which is not super straightforward, but it's straightforward enough. You will still need everything that you did before. Concrete plant, asphalt plant. These are not set up in the best way possible. They're just here to show you what's going on. Thanks, Pap. Thanks, Pap. Yeah, this is why I don't want to play a lot of populated maps. It's just, there's this thing happening where it's always recalculating something and I don't like it. But after you build them, they are not done yet because this guy, you cannot assign these. And there's no other way to get asphalt or concrete. What you have to do, and I didn't know this when I first tried, you have to get a heli cargo platform. You have to get a heliport. It should be a cargo, I feel like, but okay. You have to get one of these connected, so your your heli construction office can actually reach these. And then that gets built, and now you can tell your office to pick up stuff from here. It's green. Cool. And the other thing you also need is the cargo platform, which if you look at it, you're like, oh, it does all of this. Cool. And it's just, this part makes sense to me. You just go in, you need some gravel, connect that in some way there. Then you need some, what else is it? A warehouse, connect that here. Then you need some storage, connect that here. And that's really all you need. And then, I'm gonna love this button. I didn't even know it was there. Build all of that. Make sure you get everything you need. So, mechanisms, components, it's the only thing here. This one needs definitely steel, prefabs, bricks. This one and this one then needs gravel. Because in the end, your helicopters replace all your trucks, all your transport, but it doesn't replace the mechanisms. So helicopters, let's just go with the really heavy ones. Yeah, this one. And these all count towards your mechanisms, so you can't just add 1 million of these vehicles. You actually have to figure out how many you actually want. One more. And then I want... There's a new bulldozer. Might as well use that one. Got a couple excavators in here. These are all normal. Helicopter we have. Paver, sure. Road crane. Tower crane. That's what we want. Oh, that's the faster one. That one. We don't need a snowplow. We do want a roller, probably. And this is probably all we need. Now you have everything connected. This one does not have the checkbox for only transport mechanisms by vehicles, but we don't actually need it. And now we're almost done with that. Just build a cinema out here. No road connection, no nothing. But you also need a way to pick up workers. Let's do that here. Helicopter construction office. Somewhere where people can actually walk to it. Right there. Yep, place it. Good job. Now, this is just a normal construction office at this point. Everything gets picked up from here. The only thing that's not picked up yet is not built. Thank you. Go here, assign workers. Oh, I built the wrong... I clearly built the wrong thing there, didn't I? Oops. That's what I get for talking. There's a passenger heliport. Does the same thing. Turn that off so I can see it. Sorry, I'm back to the chat in just a second, but I'm gonna have these guys construct the cinema while I talk, so you actually get to see something. They're already here. They're already doing stuff, but we don't have people yet. So click on that. Click on this. Pick up people from there. I may not have a helicopter that can actually transport people, because these are purely for cargo, but the people helicopters are for cargo and for people. So keep that in mind. 28, 47. Get the biggest one. That's the one you saw earlier in the preview. And yeah, let's just build all of this, turn this off, and let them do their thing. What's good? Regenator, thank you very much. Sorry it took me so long to see that, but much appreciated. Now I have to scroll up in the chat to see what's going on. Didn't want to go away. There we go. Game, no, you're doing a thing. You are doing a thing. Are you have fuel? Yeah, okay. So they just put on these little container carrier things, and then they do things. I probably don't have everything purchased here. Auto purchase, both, thank you. Auto purchase, both, thank you. And again, the helicopters are really just replacements for trucks at this point, but their capacity is so small and it takes so long to load them that they're not really a replacement, if that makes sense. Let's see. Not, I know I read you. How many ex-communist countries? Yep. Weeks, Vincent. Yep, Sirov, if you know more than me, then that's probably it. Vincent, Sirov, why don't you live in Germany? EU is better than USA. Okay. That's political, I'm not getting into that. Ahmad, how do you plan and design university education for the Republic? Is one university for whole map? I would like to have less universities than I need, but you have to create a passenger network for the students that actually works. If you watch my season 1, I started in zone 3 with a city that would work, but then I did a really bad job of implementing the transportation and then it never worked. But a few universities is what I'm aiming for when I do it. It doesn't always work. So, yeah, come on, that's what I found. I had 50 to 70% of my Republic are educated at 60,000 pounds. That is really convenient. Yeah, I don't know what that was in regards to, Jack, but that's hopefully okay. No, don't move the camera. Just go back here. There's a new feature for time-lapse camera thingy. We'll see if I'm going to use it. I usually do the time lapses in the video editing at the end, not during the recording, so I'm not sure if it's going to be helpful, and it's not fully implemented yet. I wanted to have university for every 3 major areas. Yep, that makes sense. The Sirov. I love that change of power. It is a game changer for me, because so far I just blindly placed the high voltage lines everywhere, and was there like, yeah, this is fine. This is all we need. Why do anything else? That reminds me. Whoa. What just happened? That's weird. Did you just see that? I just clicked a button and everything returned to normal, and this one... Yeah, do the thing. What's your problem? Very strange. What is happening? No power supply. That I can fix. Put this one here. I also love these, that I now don't have to worry about everything anymore to put little power connections everywhere. But why did they just return to nothing and now... Construction stopped. Missing resource. Concrete. I get that. Oh, were they just dropping off stuff but they couldn't actually do anything yet? That would make sense. Citizens' happiness is too low. That makes sense. You have the mechanisms here. What happened? Why? This building doesn't actually do anything. Go away. I don't know what I did. I clearly did something, and this is most likely related to beta. If I figure out what I did, I will let them know. Otherwise, let's just build a school instead. Right here. We are running. This one is now assigned. I don't want to troubleshoot right now. Why did everything stop working? All I did was Control G. Okay, let's just try to redo this whole thing. Yeah, sell everything. If I add a couple helicopters, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you're moving right away. That's good. Get this one in there, and then I get a couple vehicles in there. That's really strange. I'm not sure what happens. I don't want to speculate because I really just don't know. Paver, probably don't need you. Road crane, don't need you. Definitely need you. I don't want a roller. Okay. Back to this. Back to the show. Yeah, beta. Don't worry about it. Andre, I can't say the Z. I don't know what to do with that Z. Does placing wind turbines on hills affect their output, or the wind is the same everywhere? As far as I know, the wind is the same in the whole Republic. Is it possible to make a windmill farm? Yes, I tried that yesterday or today. I don't remember which day, but you can... the power transformers go both ways currently in the game. Is it supposed to be that way? I don't know, but you can connect 6 of the wind turbines to one power transformer, then have that power transformer fused into the network, and it will feed everything from there. So yes, you can make wind farms. You need 36 of the large wind turbines to produce enough, to have the potential to produce enough output for the largest high voltage line, which I think is cool. EE, how nice, finally can build objects close. I feel like that was similar before. But yeah, maybe. Heli, CO can build things from more than 5 kilometers. Yes, as far as I know, helicopter construction offices right now can reach the whole map. Honestly, I don't like that part. I think it should be confined to maybe 3 of the squares. If I go here. Like, I think it would be fine if my helicopters are here, they can go to these 3 squares around it, and that's pretty long already. But right now, I'm pretty sure if I put a building all the way on the other end of the map, and it may break because, you know, pathfinding and stuff. But if I place the same building here, I should have selected my construction office before I did that, and there we go. You, come back here. I can just tell it, hey, go out here, do the thing. And it will. It takes really, really long to get out here, but it's possible. And I don't like that too much. Maybe they'll change it, maybe they don't. I think that all the distances currently for the helicopters are not defined, or just placeholders potentially, but I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. That's cool. That's fine. Yeah, those are some massive cargo helicopters. Did you see those pictures? I think it was on the subreddit for Workers and Resources, but it was the huge helicopter next to Boeing 737, and they were about the same size. That was pretty awesome. Charles, nice, yes. So how's the update looking? I think it's looking good, but there are crashes. There are things that are gonna happen if you try to play it on your current save, and well, no guarantees everything will work out. So it's not in public beta yet, but it looks pretty cool. Everything that's available, which I think at this point I've shown you almost everything. The helicopters are somewhere. So let me see what I forgot. Helicopters, yeah, cableways, yeah. Fences. Last time I built this, it crashed, but you can now, and as far as I know, this is just optical right now, you can make little fences and build them, and it's cute. And you can have like a border post connected with roads. Is it neat? Sure. Is it something that I will use? I honestly don't know. I'm not sure what to do with this. But you can do this. I'm not connecting the fence now in like a square because the last time I did that, the game crashed. They know about that. I'm not sure if they fixed it. But there you go. That's the thing. What else is there? Curved bridges. Yes, they're just curved everywhere. You can place a little bit of bridge and then a lot of bridge. I mean, again, this is all working really great, and it's exactly what you expect it to do. And yes, the construction office can also build bridges. They do exactly the same. Again, we're just replacing the cargo trucks and the buses. What else is it? Can you place windmill on water? Jack, well, I did tell them about that bug, so I'm assuming they know about it. Windmill, water. I'm gonna go with no because of the building. Nope, not yet. Char, did I get everyone else? What I've seen the devs on Discord say that it's weeks from release. Okay, yeah, I believe that. Charles, I think it's plausible to put solar panels on mountains where you're not putting any other major infrastructure buildings. Well, you don't have solar panels, you have the solar panel plant, and it's massive. So putting this on a mountain is probably not really feasible. Even building this, how much does it cost? Well, it's not that expensive. I think compared to a coal power plant, it's about the same. But a coal power plant outputs a lot more than that. If I click this on, how much? Wow, solar power is actually, it's more expensive and less output, so that may have to get tweaked. But that's okay. I am excited about the helicopters because that means for Season 2 I can do exactly what I wanted to do. So that makes me excited. And look how slow they are. I love that they're so slow because they're not a cheat anymore. They're just a different way to do something, but slowly, so you actually have to plan with them. That part I'm kind of excited about. Jack, how much do you think the fuel industry is going to be changed with the new power plant and tanks at buildings? I don't think it will be changed much. It's a lot of the current cargoes in the game are not placeholders in this case, but are not finished yet. Like wood, for example, and boards. There's a whole furniture industry that hasn't been implemented yet. For fuel, they talk about wanting to use natural gas and all the other things. So all the industries right now, in my mind, are subject to change. Again, I'm not a dev. I'm not associated with them. I talk to them sometimes. So don't take my word over theirs if you heard something different. Antonio, do you have oil platforms in the game? I don't. I think they're mods, but for right now, if you want to get oil out of lakes, you have to put the lake dry, or get the lake dry. So use your terraforming tool and go out in the water until you're covering the area that you want. Ooh, there's another change that I haven't talked about. Oil rig. Is there oil here? Oh, there's oil there. But I can't build it right there. There you go. You place them, it tells you the quality of source before you place it. 2 thumbs up. Super excited. I think it was planned, but there was also a discussion where I was part of for colorblind, because you can't really tell, especially the green-red colorblind couldn't really tell what the different squares here were, because this would look very similar to this. But now with the quality of source, at least they have a chance to figure out where to place things. So that's a cool addition, and it's for all your productions, so the gravel quarry and others as well. Helicopters, how are you doing? Just flying around doing things. Curved tunnels. No curved tunnels yet. I'm not sure if they're planned, but they're not a thing right now. What else do we have? Are rails and road snapping? Jack, there are not. I was a little disappointed by that. Here is my rail. They are just... This hasn't changed. We can't snap them together. It's not the worst thing in the world, just because if you place rail really close to road, you can't connect the road over it either. So when I want it to snap, I would prefer having the rail far enough away so I can actually go over road, if that makes sense. So I'm okay with this. Yes, it would have been nice for prettier layouts, but it's okay, I think. Berlin Wall what? Nah. There's not enough graffiti on it. But it's close enough, right? It does look a little bit like that one. At least the ones that are still on display. I'm not sure how realistic, not realistic, but how accurate they were. Because I'm pretty sure they were renovated. Or updated. Let's put it that way. Oh, helicopter. You bring in another excavator. Cool. Just cool. Yeah, and all the messages down here, you have so many more now. You have happiness is too low, a lot. Health is too low. Unemployment is too high. There's just a lot more messages now that you actually have to keep up with if you actually care to know what's going on. And then you can go there. The same thing happens for traffic jams and other things. If rails are stuck somewhere, it will actually tell you. Sorry. That was my nose. I thought I was over my cold, but apparently I'm not totally back. But as you see, there's a lot going on. Then this little button, which I know a lot of you have asked for. Yes, please. Delete all of those notifications all at once. Doesn't matter how many you have. And since now the burnt down buildings can be rebuilt automatically because they become a blueprint right away, you don't necessarily have to worry about those anymore because they will be rebuilt anyways, unless you play without building everything yourself, which is a mistake. Where are we? Curved tunnels? No. Read that the one thing that can happen in the future are people escaping from your country. I guess that's what the fences are for, though. Well, they can escape right now. I'm sure I have people escaping as we speak. Escapes, 273 last month. This year, almost 1,000. So that's a thing already. I'm not sure that the walls will change much, but maybe. Could be totally true. That'd actually be pretty cool. I know one of the earlier reports I talked about militia and police. I don't see that in this update, but maybe that's something they're going to use it for. That'd be cool. Subroad, can we make intersections with the new bridges? I don't know. Let's see. And just to make sure that you know, not every bridge is curvable. They have to be one of the certain bridges that allow that. So keep that in mind. I don't want to auto-build you. There you go. Get you out here. And, okay, we can't do it there. And bridges don't have nodes everywhere, so be aware of that. You can place bridges next to each other now, so that's cool. But you can only connect to bridges where they have nodes. Make this nice and straight, and then... Nope. You cannot have junctions on bridges. I think that's what you're talking about, right, Sabro? Charles Paul, oh, no panels yet. Yeah. Good evening from Austria. Nice to see you, MJ16. Recently discovered your channel and love it so far. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. Have they added the ground paint tool as well? So they have, but at this point it's really just an asset. I'm not sure I want to play with it. Asphalt square. I thought I could do different sizes. Oh, there you go. Asphalt. But it doesn't do anything. Like, it's not part of the game. You can just use it and it's fine. I don't know. They do the same thing for, like, these fake roads. They're there. They exist. I'm sure they're gonna work on this and make it different. But yeah. Clear all is going to be amazing. Yes. Also, build all. I am so excited about these two buttons where you can just highlight things and they get built. You don't have to click on every single thing anymore. They did that for roads not too long ago, but not for everything. So that is pretty cool. Yeah. Sebi99, you got the coup, bro? I got something. Not the that. Come on, what was your best signal position for a T-junction? The setting that I'm using, only one train on a T-junction. Oh, actually, that brings me back to Mr. Cajun. Let's do our actual... I mean, there are no signals on roads, so I'm assuming you talk about rail. And let's do that. Let's make our Cloverleaf Junction that I promised about half an hour ago, I'm sure. Get those in there. Should we... Well, the Mr. Cajun, you asked me earlier to make a Cloverleaf Junction with... just auto-build it, it's fine. Cloverleaf Junction with curved bridges. That doesn't work because I can't do the T-junctions on the bridges yet. I have to have some land to actually put that junction on. So I'm not sure how much this is actually going to answer your question. Don't worry about the ugliness down there. But this is the new bridge type, and then technically you could do this. Can I connect this? No, I can't. You could do this, but you can't do a full Cloverleaf junction with this, because I can't connect straight out from here. I can't connect to anything from here, period. So what I do need is... Oh yeah, and the bridges are always built in segments, so if you don't have a node in between, you have to delete everything. What I have to do is run this out, then build a junction from here. I don't want a lot. This is going to be ugly because I'm just testing it. And then if you want to use a bridge, you can use it here. Maybe this is better than it was before because you don't have to terraform too hard anymore. But I don't think it changes too much of what I usually would do here in this case. And then again, if you just have a connection at the end, this will be fine. I think this is nice. This is very nice. Yeah. Can I connect this? Probably not. Overlaps with existing construction, excuse you? No. It's still up in the air. So yeah, you can do a Cloverleaf with the curved junction, with the curved bridges, and that will make things probably a little easier. But I think I like the design that I use a little more still. But I may change my mind on this because this does look nice if you actually connect it. And technically, at this point, I don't need the lump that's on this side. So let's do that. Meaning you can definitely make stuff prettier. Everything down, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you didn't know, you can get rid of this dirt on the tracks by just putting some signals there. Not for everything, but for some things. So this should help just a little bit clean it up. Obviously, there's still some other wonky bits. Ugh. Yeah, but now you can go in and say, I would like a bridge that goes this way. Oh, come on, game, you know what I want. You go down, and now you can just connect it here. So you don't have to have that mound anymore in the middle. So this is neat. There's something that's a little different, I think. Okay, I got distracted again. Let's go back to watching the helicopters. What are you doing? And as you can see, it takes a while for these to build. Probably also because they're currently flying to the other end of the map to get something done. But that's hopefully okay. Good evening, we got that. Have they added ground paint? Yes. Clear you the coupe? No, thank you. What is the red green button in the top right corner? Red green button. This one? This shows you overlays. Did you do that on purpose? Did you just do that on purpose? I don't think you did, but that's funny that it freaks out about that. Haven't actually crashed it in a new game yet, so that was a little bit impressive. Good thing there's autosave, because autosave is great and saves my butt plenty of times when I do this. Sure, I lost the Cloverleaf Junction, but I think we're okay with that. This is just the overlays. You can see a bunch of things in here. There are voltage usage for everything. As long as they're green, they're getting power, and they're happy. If they're white, they don't. I'm here to get the megawatts, have more numbers, and probably harder to read, so use this one for figuring everything out. Then you also have the megawatts on the lines, which is a new overlay, which will tell you if they're green, the lines are good. If they are yellow, they're slightly loaded, and if they're red, they're overloaded, and you should add more lines, and that's great. You can do something very similar for temperature in the heat water tank, and then there's also other things like for current citizens. How many citizens live here? 5. Okay, there are more. These are uneducated workers. Workers with high education, babies. You can go through all of this, and then you can do the same thing for this. Hey, there are 2 fire trucks over here. It's just an overlay to show you a lot of things, what's going on in your republic, and to find them a little faster. It's pretty good if you know how to use it. And I recommend that you use it. Good evening, discovered, clear, Hamad, what signal positioning for a T-junction. And for junctions, watch my junction guide. It's always a chain signal in and a block signal out, however you do it. And the junction itself, keep it short and keep it small. And the first block after the junction should be long enough to accommodate your longest train. That's the best junction alignment, but if you can, don't cross any junctions over. Don't do this. You have 2 tracks that are straight. Don't do this. Just don't. What you have to do instead is build a circle on the outside and then go up and over the tracks so they never cross each other. That's what I just did with the Cloverleaf Junction. And you do the same thing on the other side so they never cross. Because once you cross, this becomes a junction and you have the chance for 2 trains to be stuck there waiting for something to happen. If they're not junctions, they all go the same way and they should never not block each other that much. It's not never, because this game sometimes is a little finicky. Where are we? The signal, thank you. What's the green button? Yep, Stian, I showed you that. Dobby, can't wait until they add secret police and whatnot, although it's probably no easy task. But you can't have commies without it. Agreed. Yeah, no, it'll be fun what they do with the militia and the police. That'd be cool. Really excited possibility of future features. I mean, you have a whole country to play with. This game, at this point, I think it's the best city builder out there. It's early access. It's called branch 0.8. I don't feel they have implemented... They have implemented about half the features that I think this game can do. So I'm not sure if the 0.8 is a little misleading, but there's so much potential for this game for just about every area that you have here, so that's awesome. Green button, yep, I'm finally excited to see you, yep. That's a shame, gotta figure out highway intersections with little space I have then. Well, Yeah, if you can't build on a mountain or like a little mount on it, that's going to be a little complicated. But I think you can figure it out, because in the end you can at least have two bridges run next to each other, and one of them can be the ramp and one of them can just be the regular highway. That may work. Is this a new beta branch? Yes, it is, Minarajo. But only internal beta. It's not public yet. Can you build space shuttles rockets in this game? Not yet. Maybe happening. Can you try to build cableway using only helis? You can, absolutely, and that's all gonna work. There's nothing complicated, because that's one of the points of this update with the helis, is that construction site like this in the current game are unbuildable. There's no way for a road connection to connect to this, but the helis have no problem getting to this, so you can build this now. So it's the same thing for cableways and everything else. So yeah, it's going to be a lot easier. Sorry. Someone's coming home, so my dog's going to be loud for just a little bit. Can you build cableways? Okay, thanks, Sebby. Yep. Will it be a fun late game money sink? Yeah, absolutely, and that's the plan for it, as far as I know. Where are my helis? There's one sitting there. Let's follow this guy, see where he goes. Hope he doesn't crash my game. That'll be fine. So fences, yeah. No problem, although IRC not planned, maybe things really went well, doubt it would be cool. Perhaps as a mod. Yes, absolutely. Communist Party headquarters should train secret agents and this stuff. Do you know anything about world events? Is it being in-game since the beginning? And I don't know what they want to do. I don't have any real information on the world events. I think there's a lot of potential for everything, but it's more a placeholder at this point. As far as I'm aware, maybe someone else has heard something else. Come on, the game's best city builder, really loving this, excited about the upcoming features. I am too, it looks awesome. Well, it will change gameplay a lot, which I'm excited about. I think that's honestly a good thing. Change it up a little bit. See militia catching speeding drivers. It's mean to earn some more rubles. But your republic doesn't earn rubles from their citizens. The citizens are paid in food and living quarters and just places to be. But you only have money to talk to other nations. So I don't know. Don't put too much emphasis on the rubles. It's really best city builder as long as yep. Thanks for subscribing, Justin Owen. Apparently, my stream really appreciate that first, but the bot that I tried to use, I tested and tested and tested, it will never work. It's the first stream I was actually doing something, and well, thanks for subscribing. That's all I got. I need to figure out some better overlays to make this more exciting for you guys when you do something like subscribe, or like you're liking something, or super chat, or whatever's going on. Just something I have to figure out. Patrick, technically you can play at least the early game on any computer because it's not really utilizing all the hardware. It's the late game, once you get over 50,000 population, or a little earlier than that, that really kills your frame rate and makes it hard to play. So maybe try it. Weapon industries, nothing I've heard. I will take a very short break, 2 minutes, and then I'll be back. Okay? Talk amongst yourself. Yeah, no revolution over here. Subby, what are you saying? Approaching low. That's not sonic mechanic, but so just maybe having gulags. Can't use that word. Not on stream. How am I going to publish this afterwards? They won't let me. And Patrick, yes, I get it. It's the fun part in the end of the game, but it's hard. MJ, keep playing. It's a hard game. It's just tough, and I find it takes about 50 hours to even figure out what's going on, and then another 50 hours to get comfortable with everything, and then you start enjoying all the ins and outs of the game. Probably less now. They have more tutorials and more people that making tutorials, so it should help. Hamad, lowering the graphics does not make a difference on my machine because the game is maxing out the hardware. It's not utilizing the full hardware that's available. It has a limit there. It's only using one CPU, I believe, right now, not all of them, and that's... The lowering anything doesn't make any difference for my save games on my machine. You want a scale invasion that you have to defend yourself to? I think that will change the game a lot if we actually have to worry about armies that much. But it's possible. Maybe they do it as long as it's a setting at the beginning where you can either turn that off or on. I would turn it off because I enjoy the economy planning, the planned economy more than the war that could potentially be there. So that's that. In focus, there of military, their frame rate counter in the game. Yeah, when you hit F5 and have your interface on, there's a frame rate counter up here. Just F5. It's already built in. If you have the cheat menu on, it gives you a few more informations, but this is all that I use. Recently, I did the Steam counter for a little while. Thanks for the tips, guys. I'm gonna try to get my potato computer on the game. Yeah, do it. I'll be fine. If you can, in the beginning, if you can use the 32-bit version for Windows 7, it runs a little smoother than the 64 versions. What? Gulags? No. Hey, I'm not YouTube. YouTube is filtering you out, not me. I thought 377 hours in the game, hit 50,000 2 weeks ago. Yep. I'm always saying I have 1,000 because I have 2 accounts that I play this on. I think I'm at over 1,000 now. Season 1 I have over 200 hours in, if that matters. So and I'm still learning stuff, and they just updated everything. That was loud, sorry. So this is awesome. Peter said he's looking for into full combat. I thought they were fighting that for a really long time, but hey, I guess if enough people want it, then why not implement it, right? So we'll see what they do with it. It will just turn that into an RTS game, and that feels like it's a very big pivot, so I don't know how we can do that. In that case, it would shift from your city build. Yeah, exactly, Sabro. What more statues of ex-communist leaders? Yep. Gulags then. Yeah, there you go. Thanks, Zerov. They should also tweak the tourists if they're complaining about electronics. Don't know if an American coming to you is by TV or... Well, electronics is just a catch-all for everything, so think of it more as you may buy headphones or adapters for your plugins or all that other stuff, so don't take it too literal there. Okay, I am getting close to the end of the stream, and I did say there's a giveaway, and there is a giveaway. I have 1 Steam key left over that Peter gave me a while ago for my tutorials. I'll give you another 2 minutes if you haven't already. Sign into Twitter and follow me. Just BeWellJoe, it's in the description. And I will post a place there. I won't post a question there, but I will post a place there where you can respond to. It's pretty simple. First one that answers it correctly, that is subscribed to me, will get the Steam key. Very, very simple. And the question is related to Season 1. If I don't get an answer right away, I will start dropping hints. So, yeah, I'll give you till 46. Just a second, so just get there. What we got going on here? I'm not expecting full combat, but I'm glad they're looking into the aspect. Yeah, I don't want it. I voiced that, but it's fine. It's fine if it's there. Sebi, yeah, you're talking to Vladimir. Helis aren't too big. I'm zoomed in really far. They're bigger than the vehicles, and I think that is fine. They're in the scale of the game. They're bigger than a small house. They're smaller than a big house. It's probably okay. This helicopter over here to the left is actually the biggest one they ever built, so it's kind of appropriate, probably. What else? I imagine combat would focus on internal revolts. See, that's Chekhov. I don't think so, because if we do combat, this is a... I mean, we're talking to other nations about everything, and we're having global events happening, so I would expect that to be more there. Tropical tier, Vladimir, Sebi, Tropical combat is awful. I never played Tropical, so maybe I don't know. Okay. I will post the tweet right now, so you should see it, or refresh it there. The question is pretty simple, and it has to be the right answer. It doesn't have to be close, otherwise I don't want to get into figuring out what you were trying to do. Simple question. What is the name of the largest city in Season 1? What is the name of the largest city in Season 1? Full name. Just tweet it, and then I will go from there. I got 2 responses. Has to be the exact name, otherwise I can't count it. There are a couple responses in that are not exactly right. So we still have a chance. Large grad. Thanks, Bob. I'll use that as the next name, maybe eventually. Helicopters did not come out yet. No, this is a preview version. What we got here? There we go, Yuri, you got it. Zone 4 city. That was easy. I'll contact you after the stream and get you the key. Thanks for playing. That was fun. As I said, it was really just a simple way to do it. I will double check that, but that's the first right entry that I have on my Twitter. And I think, Yuri, you are the winner. Did you already have the game, or were you just watching me? Because I saw you on my streams a couple times. Just curious. That's not a tweet, Sargentin. Yeah. Again, I can't use the YouTube chat because I have no way to contact you afterwards, and I'm not going to put a Steam key in the YouTube chat because then it's a free-for-all. That's why I said earlier you have to be able to follow me on Twitter, otherwise I can't talk to you, essentially. So, there you go. Blashoy grad. What's Blashoy? Do I want to ask what Blashoy is? Oh yeah. Well, you're in luck then. So yeah, I'll get it to you after the stream. I still have to dig it up in my emails, but I have one more key and it's yours. So that's awesome. What else do we want to do? Because I know my time is coming to an end. I said to my other half that I will have a 2-hour stream, and we are close to 2 hours now. So is there anything else we should do? I did want to make sure that the giveaway is gonna be taken care of before the end. Twitter, yes. Well, how else do you want me to do it? I don't have a Discord set up yet, and I don't want to maintain it. I'm not sure if that's going to happen. I think Sirov, you asked for it. I'm considering it, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. Facebook, I don't have a Facebook account for this channel because I'm not a big fan of Facebook. You're probably not a big fan of Twitter. So yeah, I don't know. Twitter was the easiest way to communicate with people. It's also where I share some other things on, like during the week when I have something to say, or some previews or some other things. I try to share a little bit, sometimes more, sometimes less. So, there you go. Bolshoi is big in Russian. Interesting, thank you. Thanks for your stream, enjoyed it. I'm not done yet. I am still... Well, we still have a couple things if we want to do a few things. Yeah, I don't know. Let me go through here and see what I forgot. We did all the road things. There was nothing added here. You can build your stuff like before. Tells you all the planned construction cost. I don't know if that was there before, but it's there now. Nothing added on ships, nothing added on cableways. I think all of this is pretty much the same. Airplanes, they're all the heliports that we added, but I showed you that over here. Showed you the fences, that is good. No, I think the rest is all in the details. When you have constructions, you can actually check this little notification checkbox and tell you when it's finished. That is cool for multiple things. Yeah. What else is there? Like the Bolsa Theater, yeah. A lot of patron users like to have a Discord to chat in, that's the suggestion. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. We're a pretty small group now. What are we, 9 patrons? But I mean, I'll try to figure something out for Discord. If there's a need to chat, that's fine. I think Discord is still free, right? Well, there's a free tier for it, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe I can find someone on Patreon to volunteer to moderate that, because I'm not good at that. I don't always know my schedule, so we'll see. No Silicon Valley social media. They're all in line with this game's ideology. No thanks. Maybe Telegram? Yeah, next time I'll do a Telegram. And then we'll telegram you back the code. I'm not sure if all those characters can go to Telegram, though. So, yeah. MJ, last question. Where are you from? It's very easy to understand you. Thank you for that. I am from Germany, streaming from the US. I'm trying to speak clearly, but I know I mumble, and I have a stuffy nose right now, and I'm trying to do better, but I'm not always great at it. So, there you go. Cajun, anything with financial reports? I don't know that there's anything new, but let me check. Domestic products, industries, this is what we consume for the whole year, for all. I don't think there's anything new. They talked about giving you better options for this, and that is neat. But I mean, there's still, I think that's still a work in progress. It's a little different, but it is what it is. Yeah, scores. So I don't think there's anything new here. List of lines, I guess I currently don't have a list here, which is probably why everything runs a little smoother. That is fine. Questions, I'm sure that's not interesting. I don't think there's anything else new that I haven't talked about yet. I'm probably forgetting something. I'm pretty sure. Oh, we got a big one. You see this field? Well, it was placed here. Big fields are no longer required to fit perfectly everywhere. I'm not sure what the exact criteria are. I think the entrance has to be somewhere, and it has to be able to connect to places. I thought they're making this so that it goes around everything. Right now, obviously, it's only placing it in this area, and it's pretending like it was here. But yeah, let's see. What does it do here? Yeah, it looks like it's only doing a small square. I thought they said that it can go around buildings, and I'm waiting for that. I'm not sure yet what the plan there is, but there was a new thing that I did forget to talk about. Energy, engineering, no. Storage, nothing really new here. Yeah, the rest is really just in usability, quality of life, all that good stuff. So, yeah. Hope I didn't forget anything. Discord is free, yes. Came late to the stream. Can I see curved bridges, please? Aha, there they are. No, just kidding. Any of the bridges, rail or road, you can go there. Not every bridge is curvable, but the ones that are, you can just place them like before, and then you connect to that, and it plays really, really nice. This is probably the easiest feature to play with. And then there's snapping. I guess rail had snapping before. If you want road snapping, let's do this. Go up there, go out here. And this one will just have the same angle if you use them the right way. And now you have snapped roads. Beautiful. There you go. Curved roads. They worked flawlessly, as far as I can tell. Therefore, there's not much to talk about there. They're just good. Late to stream. Just hope I can fit the heli construction office in my city. Otherwise, I'm limited to 10 kilometer of car deliveries. Yeah, it's... I'm actually happy with how much space the new heli construction office actually requires. It makes sense. I was worried that they will be too OP, but look at this. We've been waiting here for an hour and they're still constructing all the buildings, which tells me they're fine the way they are, and you can't do a lot of constructions at the same time. And I like that. I was just worried that at the very beginning they would be replacing normal construction offices, but they don't, because they can only load 13 tons of concrete there. And here's a normal heli, 4.3 tons of concrete. Like, it's nothing that fits in these little containers. So I really like the helis the way they are. I don't like that the CO can currently go the full distance and the emergency crews cannot, because what I want is to build a fire station in a city and then build a big farm industry over, or just farms out here with a couple farm buildings, and not have to build a fire station close to the farm. I want to be able to have the fire station from the city, send a helicopter out to put out the fire on the farm. That's what I really want. But right now, the distance that the fire helis can go is not very far. It's just the same distance as the these guys. Ooh, maybe they increased it a little bit. Because these blue dots is where they get water from. It's coincidentally currently also the distance that they will fly to put out a fire. So that's cool to know, I think. What else is going on here? Discord's free, so we have to reach a whole map. Microsoft wants to buy Discord. Yeah, I saw that. I don't know what to make of it. They also bought GitHub, and GitHub is still functioning, so yeah, it's fine. Stubby, Telegram, the app, lol, not the physical tool. I don't know what that is. Maybe I'm too old for this. Similar to WhatsApp. No, not using WhatsApp. I'm not young enough to use WhatsApp. No. Did they align the fence while building the fields? Let's see. Yeah, I think they did okay. And it will actually tell you the field size now. Or it told you that before, but it's different for each thing that you place now. So 1.3, 1.6, and whatever. So now it's just nicer. Oh, and you can also, I guess I didn't show you that part. You can also place the fields near mountains now, or easier. They do the same thing, but you can actually place them. If it's too steep, they won't let you harvest or farm on there, but you can actually place them on the mountains. So this is all easier. So I'm sure the most optimal farm setup will change again, just because of this, which, that's fine. Ever-evolving game. I have no problem with that. The helicopters are doing their thing. They're pretty. Set something up in the far corner of the map, the Heliseals building. But I have. There is a kindergarten being built out there. Where is it? Did they finish that? They must have. There's a kindergarten down here that I put there a long time ago. Where are you? Oh, they finished it. Yep. So that's working. I really love the little wind power plants that I don't have to worry about running wires to everything anymore. I can just go like, nope, right there. Perfect. Yep. That'll work. That may be the... I didn't expect that, but that may be the biggest game changer for me. The best update that I got. Let's close that map. Nobody needs to see that. Hey, Hellies. Hey, we haven't crashed in a while. I probably just jinxed it. What do you have there? No word on the update releases. No. MI6, for example, has 600 kilometer range, so they should do fine. Is the MI6 a helicopter? I'm assuming. Okay, any word on the update? No. Emmett Dennis, if fire stations also have helis, does that theoretically mean that we don't need to connect everything with paths or roads anymore, since the heli can put out a fire anyways? As far as I know, yes. But I would think the current implementation is not the final implementation of the helicopters, especially for like hospitals and fire stations. Because earlier I had a hospital just send a helicopter to everywhere in the city, even though there was a road connection, and I thought they were only supposed to go to places without it. That may have just been a Steam discussion though, so it may not be developer related. But yeah, technically, as long as it's in range, they will send a helicopter out there, and the helicopters are actually pretty quick at putting out a fire. And I say that, do we have people working here? We do. This building, you look like you need a fire. Do I have cheat mode still on? I don't. Since I implemented the turn ability, the cheat mode is not as easy to turn on, but... fire station, you don't need a fire, but start a fire here. Start a fire there. Oh, I can't burn down old houses? Lame. I guess we'll start a fire here. There we go. So there's a helicopter. Let's follow him. This may be interesting because he actually goes to the water first and then he goes to the fire. So there's the big water bucket. Here he goes. Closest for water. I really like this, that they do this, that they have to do it. If you don't have water on the map, you can't have helicopters doing firefighting. Oopsies. Aw, boo! Don't know why that happened, but just imagine there's a bucket of water underneath. Oh, wait, no, it didn't. I think what happened was any of the other vehicles already went out here and put out the fire. So, oh, alright. Here's the thing. If I sell both of these, I don't know if the fire station works without vehicles, because I technically can't have any workers in there. Try this again. Start a fire. Thank you. You. Yes. And helicopters may currently work without workers, which I would say is a bug. I told them about that, and I don't like it. Update. No TikTok then. No TikTok. No. I tried to set up an Instagram account, and I am terrible at that, so I'm not going to try that again. But look at this. It has a little bucket of water. It's just going to dump it out, and then the fire's out. Done. Deepening the ground sea level. Never tried. No, the sea level in the game is static. There's just that one level, and you're either above that or below that. Pretty simple. And if you're too low, you have water, and you can't build anything. Patrick, Emmett, Beetlejuice, I was telling someone that you did build something in the corner. Oh, got it. Yep, sorry, misunderstood. Not exactly what I meant for the fields. Now, when you place the field overlay green dots aren't aligned with the final result. So what I saw in the preview, though, was that the fields actually go around whatever they built. So if the green dots look like they would align with the final result, obviously they aren't right now. I'm hoping they will fix that. Because right now they're just still rectangular fields, and I thought they have should be able to have omni-shaped fields. It's probably not the right word for that, but that's cool. Sabro, sure. Okay, Sabro, you can have that one. That feels pretty harmless. Javos, I hope not. Heli shouldn't be very effective against fire buildings. Maybe if fire spread in the game would have more sense to have firefighting heli. Yeah, it's just... yeah. Yes, all of that. What's going on here? Yeah, nothing's done yet. Cool. What else do we have? The man was telling someone, not exactly, did they fix it yet? The MI6 is a helicopter? Yes. Pretty sure you're using it for one of your COs. Yeah, so I'm not worried about the range of the helicopter itself. I'm worried about the scale of how far helicopters can go and should go in this game. Real life range, obviously, we have airplanes that can go across the whole map, and honestly, you can't use them very well. I would just like the firefighters to go a certain distance, even the COs to go a certain distance, just because it fits better in the game. But I'm not complaining too much about that. We have helicopters now, so that's pretty awesome. On the heli range, but still maybe make a bigger map so cities can actually feel properly spaced. Yeah, we'll see if we get bigger maps. I heard rumors about that a while ago. I don't know. I mean, I can't even fill up this map right now with the performance, so I don't know if I want much bigger than this either. But, yeah, I mean, it'll be nice. Nice to have options. Hope we eventually get MI-26 at least as mod, because that can haul a lot of it. Yeah, but I don't want the helicopters to move a lot more cargo. I think the way it is right now is pretty good. Maybe a little adjustment here and there, but it's pretty fine the way it is. MI6, truly the pinnacle of Soviet engineering. Yes. Heli subs. Yes. The helicopter was totally capable of diving there. That's what they're meant to do. Heli should work without workers, just like boulders and excavators can work without workers on construction. Yeah, but I'm debating that. Would that mean you never have to have firefighters in your fire station, so you can put your fire station anywhere and just put helis in it and they will work? That feels like it's breaking the game a little too much. I just don't break those. Yeah, no. Because at that point, I'd just put a fire station anywhere I want with one helicopter and never have any people in it, and that's weird. Because I think without people, that may also mean you don't need electricity. Yeah, that feels like it's changing too much. But, I don't think I have more to talk about. I know this was supposed to be an End of Republic stream, but as you saw, the frame rate wasn't really playing along anymore. I showed you a couple helis there and we had the flyover, but there's only so much I can do to save the game, which is also why this is the end of Season 1 and we don't play any more people. I got 90,000 people. At some point I got close to 100 in one of the playing in between, and I think that's good. I would never build that huge Zone 4 city anymore. It was probably causing a lot of my lag. And there were a lot of other things that I want to change. I hope you watched that video yesterday for things that I learned in Season 1. It wasn't exhaustive, but it talked about a lot of things that I did learn. So I hope that helps someone. Final words? Anyone? Anyone? Any final words? Just waiting. Also, Mana, thanks for joining me on Patreon. Much appreciated. Okay. That's really all I have. I thank you guys very, very much for watching. Much appreciated. I think this was a great turnout. I was hoping for it, but it actually worked out. So I'm really happy about that. Many thanks for all the super chats. I hope I caught all of them. I think I saw 2. I hope I didn't miss one because that'd be embarrassing and not fair, because I really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching. You really make it easy to make these videos, make these live streams, and come around and do the things that I do. Make it a lot easier. That's awesome. I am planning on dialing back a little bit of the number of videos per week. It's been 7 for probably the last 2 or 3 months, almost since Christmas. Not every week, but most weeks. But it's summer outside, and there may be some other things I have to do over the weekend, so I won't have as much time. I will definitely have Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday videos. Mostly workers and resources. The pretty season is starting on Tuesday. If you're a Patreon member or a channel member, you already have seen the first episode. But for everyone else, the pretty season starts on Tuesday. And we'll see how long that goes. It depends a little bit on when the beta becomes available for the public, because that's when I start Season 2. I'm assuming pretty season will be around 10 to 15 episodes, probably. So it's not going to be a fully involved one, but it will be fun. And the usual other stuff on the channel. I think I have a couple plans for what else I want to do, but I'm not really sure when that fits in yet. But at least Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and potentially a couple extra episodes every week. We'll see how that goes. But I think that is all I have to talk about. Really excited about the update. Obviously there are some crashes still, but they're being fixed. They know about them. It's Easter, so happy Easter to everyone. That's the last thing to say. Happy Easter, if you're into that. Yeah, that's all I have. Let's see what else is in the chat. Thanks for the stream. Final words. Keep up the series. Keep PN. Keep on keeping on. In memory of Zone 4, I really like the new weather mechanics. Vorwärts immer, rückwärts nimmer. Yep. Comrades to factories. Did I miss a bunch of messages? What did it do? I think I missed a bunch of messages. My thing wasn't updating right. Let me see something. Firefighter headies. Yes. Medium fields should work. Forest fire should be a thing now. Yes, Chris, that would be cool. When will Season 2 start? I don't know yet. Season 2 will start, well, when the beta is public and stable. Don't want to fill the map, but when building 2 cities, I kind of touch right now. Yeah, you're right. A little more space would be cool. Sabro, when helis are more expensive than fire trucks, they take more time to get to the fire, right? They do, but they also don't get stuck in traffic or on other reasons, and they don't need people. Lava Republica, thanks for the stream. Final words. Very good. Keep up the series. Well, this series is over, but there's another series coming. Sorry, I'm just catching up on the chat, because I thought it was done, but my chat was just not updating. Memory Zone 4, I like the new weather mechanic. We haven't seen any rain yet, right? That is weird. I played a map yesterday just to test out the forwarding of power through the transformer, and I had rain like every 2 minutes. Weird. Keep on keeping on, keep serious, I like the weather, forwards number, comrades to factories. Great job, keep up. Thanks for the stream as always, all the videos are watched. Up to date. Wonderful, Steven, that's good to hear. Dark Venus, how you can have a very efficient bus system. It's easier now with line spacing available. Just try it out. Well, try it out when it becomes available, because you can space out each line, so you can now have an efficient public transport. Because even if a bus gets stuck in traffic, before they would start bunching up together. Now with the line spacing, once they're unstuck, they will space out again, and eventually it will be fine. So for a little while, you're probably a little bad, but they will come back, and then you can probably have a really good bus system in the game now. I'm kind of excited to implement that, especially for universities. That will be cool. Very promising, so excited to play with the new update. Yes, thanks for the stream, mate. Cheers, thanks, Abby. Yuri, looking forward to Season 2. Yes, and Pretty Season. Pretty Season and Season 2 is not the same thing. I'm just calling it different. Garages, have a good one. Awesome stream, learned a lot. Thanks, Charles. Thanks for the stream. You're welcome, NT. Jack R. Was that new paths I saw? You mean these? I showed them earlier, briefly. They're just normal paths that you can run over, but then there is this down here, which is just assets to make things look a little prettier. There. Asset placed. That's there. Thanks for the stream. Jack, oh no, okay. Yeah, I must have missed something. Jack, can pedestrian walk on those fake streets? No, nothing can, it's just visual. It's like landscape. The road cleaning thing, to use workers is easy. You mean the technical services with the snowplows? Yeah. Oh, line spacing is going to be per line too. Yes, it is set up per line, and it is awesome because it's going to work. Right now, in your current branch, in the non-internal branch, it's just globally, and everything is line spaced, and that doesn't work. But if I can just do it on my bus lines, it's awesome. It may be on by default right now. I'm not sure if that is a good thing, but yeah, that'll be fine. Thanks for this afternoon stream. Yeah, I forgot the exact name. Oh, yeah, technical services. Yeah, I think having workers for everything would be cool. We probably don't need it for everything, but we'll see where the game goes. It's still in early access. I'm sure there's still a lot of things that will happen. Yeah, pedestrian bridge can go over everything as far as I understand. But pedestrian paths can no longer go over, for example, railroads. Well, this is a bridge. That doesn't count. Here's a railroad. They can no longer cross railroads. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but yeah. You can just build a pedestrian bridge. Let's put one here because I can show you this. You get the auto connection this way and the auto connection this way. And we go over the conveyor. It may be too high. That's okay. But then you can use your pedestrian bridge and build it up until you fit. And then here, I mean, you have to plan better than this, but yeah, all of this works, and it's awesome. Because the new industrial areas will look really, really awesome. I think this will change everything. Pedestrian bridge, can you go underground? Yes, you can. I'll show you that. But for underground to work, you cannot... Actually, I think the underground pedestrian path still works, but underground for everything else does not. Pedestrian underpass. There, to there. Pedestrian tunnel. Turn on the underground and go across. So yeah, pedestrians you can place afterwards. But for everything else, I don't think you can. And they may also change this one because I would consider this a bug. I was pretty sure none of the underground stuff should be able to be placed after it's available because you need above ground to build it. So here's the piping and you can't do it under construction or under structures. So yeah. Can you go underground? Yes. Oh, the game's already awesome. Just saying, like, little tweaks are cool. Maybe all vehicles requiring workers will be difficult check at the start, like education is simple and complex. Yeah. I mean, that can be an option. I don't know how they want to implement it. I don't think it's necessary. It will be a nice addition, but there are other additions that may be more important at this point. Wait, hold up. Helicopters arrived? No! Did you just join me? It's on the internal beta. But helicopters are here. They're happening. And they're awesome. Yeah. I think that's all I have. I think I addressed now. Can you show me how you build underground power cables too? There are no underground power cables. I'm not sure why people think they are there. As far as I know, you cannot place any power cables underground unless I missed something. I can place these, but they're not underground, they're above ground. So if I go back to not underground, they're here. There are no underground power cables as far as I'm aware of. So no, you can place pipes underground, and actually they all have special buildings. You can go to pipes, build underground pipe connection, it's that one. And you can go to heating, build underground big. And those are the only ones with the paths that go underground right now. Maybe they make more, but for right now, that's all we have. Slav, yeah, just joined, looking good. Well, there's probably a couple good tidbits in there if you want to go back and watch the rest. There's a lot in the update. So, Genta, you're welcome. Sebi, it's not the most crucial thing for sure, but once one can dream, there'll be a thing in the future. Yes, there's a lot of dreamers in this game because there's a lot of potential. Will they make waterworks soon? I don't know. I didn't see it anywhere in the reports, and that's the only source I have, really. I don't directly talk to them a lot, just when I have real big questions or big asks. So, I don't know. Yeah. I'm running way over here. Again, I told my other half that I will be done after 2 hours, and it's already over 20 minutes after that, which is probably enough. Yeah, complicated is the right word for this game, but that is the name of the game. Heating problem. All the new notification. I am so excited. Everything is there. I cannot wait to start a new map with no population and build everything from scratch and actually use these notifications to prepare everything before I expand. Like, everything should work before I go to the next city. I shouldn't get any notifications for the first instance, and that will be awesome. Water towers? We don't need water towers. There's nothing with water happening yet. But water will probably... Well, firefighters use water, but that's all. Water pipe sanitation and stuff. Interesting. That'd be cool. Yeah, don't cross the misses. Yuri, I will send you the key here just in a little bit. And everyone else, thank you very, very much for watching. It's been awesome having you here. We'll probably have another stream, maybe random, maybe announced, I don't know. When I do it during the week, it's usually starting between 9 and 10 p.m. Central Standard Time, which I know is really late for most of you, or really early, or really nothing. But we'll see what happens, because this is fun, especially with you guys. So, thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. I will enjoy... I'm reading the chat, I'm just getting distracted. Like this game is always distracting me, as you see in all my videos. Enjoy a game, Yuri. Good luck. Thank you, thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys for watching. You guys are awesome. I will throw in a quick ad. Gives me a couple more pennies. And that supports the channel too. Thank you guys for watching. You're awesome. Bye.